Hi lovelies, today we're going to do a feel-good flow, specifically targeting the legs and hamstrings. So if you have a strap, you may want to use that, but we're just going to make it nice and gentle and easy. So we're going to start lying down on our backs, and we're going to bring our feet in to the bridge position. We're going to inhale, rising up, and exhale to lower. Just moving in time with your breath. Inhale, raise those hips, and exhale to lower them down. And just taking one more, and lowering. We're going to draw our left knee into our chest, wrapping our fingers around the knee. We're going to extend that right leg down the mat. We're going to start to make some circles with that left leg, taking them as wide as you can, just moving slowly in time to the breath. Notice if you can make them a little bit wider, and perhaps bring that right hand to the right hip to stabilize it. And then coming to stillness, hugging it in. We're going to switch legs, drawing the right knee in, left leg gets extended. Just hugging it in first, starting to feel into the hip flexor, then bringing your left hand to the left hip and starting to make those circles with the right knee. Actively engaging your core here so you can feel your stomach muscles working to stabilize your body. And then coming to stillness, hugging that leg in and switching legs again. And this time we're going to take the sole of the left foot towards the ceiling. You're going to bring the sole of the right foot to the mat, and keeping a bend in that left leg, start to straighten the sole of the foot. So you want the sole to be parallel to the ceiling. If it means you need to keep a big bend in it, just keep it there. And just taking hold of the back of the thigh, straightening the leg as much as is comfortable, and turning your toes down towards your face so that you can feel that stretch coming into the leg. Now, if this feels comfortable for you and you'd like to extend that stretch, you can bring that right leg straight. Taking 3 inhales and exhales. Exhaling through the mouth, releasing any tension. If you have the right leg extended straight, bring the sole of the foot to the mat, and then bending into that left knee, giving it a squeeze, and bringing both soles of the feet to the mat, taking the legs wide. We're just going to take a few rainbows from side to side, letting your knees drop to the right, and then to the left. Feeling that stretch coming into the outer glutes. Just making it feel as delicious as possible. And then coming to stillness. And this time we're going to draw the right knee in, giving it a hug, and then taking that big bend in the right knee and starting to press the heel towards the ceiling. Feeling that gentle shake that may come in, turning those toes down towards your face. Taking 3 steadying breaths. And if this feels comfortable, you can extend that left leg down the mat, slowly working that knee of the right leg in closer to your body. If you've got the left leg extended, just draw the sole of the foot back in, and then gently bending that right knee, both soles of the feet find the mat. We'll take those rainbows from side to side. And this time, as you fall to the right hand side, we're going to pause here, just letting our knees hang heavy, arms come out to a T, and we're going to bring our gaze over that left shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Drawing the knees back in, and this time letting them fall to the left and gazing over that right shoulder. Taking our 3 steadying breaths. And then gently, knees come in. We're going to bring our hands behind our thighs. And if it feels good, you're just going to rock along the spine. And coming to meet in a seated position, we're going to extend the legs down the mat. Toes point back towards the face. If you have a strap, you may wish to place it around the ball of your feet. We're going to keep a gentle bend in our knees. And we're going to start to tiptoe our hands forward. I want you to lead with your heart space here, so shoulders roll back, and then we're slowly coming into our forward fold. As soon as you start to feel that stretch, we're just going to pause and take a few pulses. So we're not trying to hold on and pull ourselves in. We're just trying to gently open the body up and let it start to melt into the pose. If it feels good, you can straighten your legs out a bit more, and then find somewhere you can comfortably hold your feet without pulling too much. And come to stillness. I'm going to take another 4 breaths here. Just notice if you, as you're in the pose, can you melt down that a little bit more, a little bit deeper. Bringing a smile to the face, letting our heart radiate that inner joy. Making sure that every pose, every movement, every breath feels good. And then gently coming back up, we're going to come in to a half-legged side fold. So I want you to keep that bend in the knee, and you're going to draw the right leg into the left thigh. We're going to notice how much movement we have. I want you to bring your left hand palm up onto that left shin, and your right hand's going to come up overhead, turning the pinky down, and we're going to come in to that beautiful fold on the left hand side. Bringing your gaze around as far to the ceiling as feels comfortable. If you have any shoulder pain, you can bring that right hand into a half bind behind your back. So just find the variation that feels nice for you. And just gently pulsing. And then once you've found your edge, coming to stillness for 3 breaths. And then gently coming up. We're going to take that pose on the opposite side. So this time extending the right leg out, keeping that beautiful bend. Sole of the left foot finds the inner thigh. We're going to start to reach towards our right toes. And then inhale, bringing that left hand overhead, turning the pinkies down so you're opening up between your shoulder and ear. And taking a gentle gaze to the ceiling. Pulsing, finding your edge. And then coming to stillness. Feeling that stretch all along the left hand rib cage into the back of the right hamstring. If it feels better, you can take the bind, bringing that left hand behind you, and then dropping into the pose for 3 more breaths. And gently coming back up. We're going to come around onto our hands and knees. We're going to draw that left foot between the hands, coming into a low lunge. Putting the top of the right leg back behind you. We're going to straighten that leg and then come forward over it. So we're going from a low lunge into a half splits. Straightening, bending over that front leg and then coming into the lunge. Retracting. And this time as we retract, I want you to bring your chest towards that left knee. Just feeling that stretch all along the back of the leg. Finding that point where it feels nice and pausing. Taking 1 more breath and then rocking forward. Pausing here. We're going to take an inhale and open our arm and chest up to the left hand side. So this way we're getting that beautiful stretch into our legs as well as our body. And then both hands come to the mat, curl that back toe over, sweep the left leg back, drop the knees and come through into Sphinx pose. Just resting here, bringing your hands in front, giving your hips a wiggle, releasing any tension in your hips. I want you to draw those elbows back towards you. Just enjoying this break. Gaze comes up to the ceiling, bringing that stretch all along the front of the body. And then exhale, folding forward, pressing back up onto your knees, and this time bringing that right leg between the hands. Making sure our knees are aligned over our ankles. And I'm going to take an inhale, and then as you exhale, retracting back, toes to the ceiling, really pulling that heel towards you so you feel that stretch along the back of the hamstring. Inhale, coming forward to the low lunge, and exhale to retract. Taking one more gentle flow, and this time as you retract, pausing, maybe taking your hand to your foot if that feels comfortable, but bringing your heart space towards your knee. Using your breath to help you stay just gently in the pose. You may want to make it a little pulsing movement, just making it feel whatever is nice to you today. And then rocking forward. This time sweeping both legs back and coming back to lay on our back. We're just going to take happy baby before we come into Shavasana. So drawing your knees to your chest, your hands come to the outer blade of your feet, and you're going to just start to rock from side to side, really aiming to get those knees down into your elbows. If you want, you can take your pointer and middle finger and wrap them around your big toe. And once you've found a variation that's comfortable, just coming to stillness. And this time feeling the stretch coming into that inner thigh and the back of the legs. Releasing any tension in your belly, your chest. And gently bring the soles of the feet back to the mat, actively pulling your left leg towards the left corner of your mat, the right leg to the right, stretching out the whole body. Hands come to your side, palms can be up in that receiving pose or down, whatever feels good to you. And we're just going to go inwards to our breath. As you inhale, I want you to feel your chest and belly rise. And as you exhale, feel your shoulders, the back of your back, your hips, the back of your legs, all making contact heavy with the mat. Inhale, expanding that whole front of the body. And exhale, feeling the support of the earth coming up to meet you. If you have the time, just stay here for a little while longer. But if, like me, you're about to come out of the pose, just draw your knees in, keeping your eyes closed down if possible, and slowly making your way up into that easy cross-legged pose, Sukhasana. Hands come to prayer pose at our heart space. We've finished with our prayer for compassion. We bring our hands to our third eye for compassion in our thoughts. We bring them to our lips for compassion in the words that we speak, internally to ourselves and externally to others. We bring them to our heart space for compassion in the actions we choose to take as we walk our journey every day. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free, and may my thoughts, my words, and my actions contribute in some way to their happiness and freedom for all. Thank you so much for joining me for this Feel Good Flow. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have any comments, please leave them below or feel free to reach out to me on social media. Have a beautiful rest of your day.